Well, all week long, we are bringing you stories of recovery and rebuilding a decade after Superstorm Sandy left devastation and destruction around the state.
Yeah, our Tony Caputo takes us to Union Beach, one of the hardest hit areas where a first responder talks about the devastating, painful memories this storm has left on his community.
Is it hard for you to talk about today?
Yeah, it is. I get emotional a lot of times.
A decade later, the iconic and devastating, painful memories remain for the man who was fire chief in Union Beach during Superstorm Sandy.
A lot of our friends, family members, people that I grew up with that don't live here anymore because they lost everything and there's just nothing to come back to.
Fires he was helpless to fight as floodwaters filled about 80% of the properties and Union Beach streets, rendering fire trucks useless. Not to mention, the risk was too great to first responders themselves, even as calls for help poured in.
I recognized the addresses that came in, the names of the people, and we just knew that, you know, no matter how hard we tried, we just didn't have enough resources to rescue everybody. We got a call of somebody that said they were holding their baby over their head in their house as the water was coming up. We got other calls of homes collapsing, people saying that they heard people in the water screaming for help. It's really haunting.
Amazingly, not one person lost their life in Union Beach in the storm. Rob credits first responders who were on duty, helping anyone they could, even if it was just by communicating and keeping them calm, all while many had no idea if their own loved ones were still alive. I asked him why he thinks so many residents decided to stay and not evacuate.
We had a false alarm the year before, I believe it was Irene, and you know, we warned everybody that that one was going to be bad, and it just passed us by. So a lot of people figured this wasn't going to be as bad as they said it was going to be. And you have lifelong residents here that, you know, they grew up in their homes. They didn't want to, you know, they felt that they were going to make their stand there.
Fortunately, they all made it, even though some were literally carried out of their flooded homes. In Union Beach, Tony Caputo, News 12, New Jersey.
Powerful. To see more stories like this, we invite you to watch our half-hour special, Sandy 10 Years Later. That's tomorrow night at 7 p.m.